Hi folks, this is Gordon Radio Moscow here again for you with another beer review. My choice today is Viru, which comes from Estonia. Now this brand is owned by the Baltic Beer Company, who are based in London, but it's brewed under license by Alcock Brewery, which comes from Tartu, the second city in Estonia. Now Alcock was founded in London in 1807 by Albert Lecoq, but he used a Tartu-based brewery founded in 1826 to brew his product. But today, Alicock Premium, which is widely found on tap within Estonia, is the most popular beer within the country according to the latest market figures, and they're easily recognisable due to the red crest with the little crown on the top. The other main brewery in Estonia is Saku, and they're easily recognisable as well with their little blue crest, but they have all their beers in different coloured or different coloured labelled bottles, and they're all different types. They actually produce some very nice beer. Estonian beer, in my opinion, it's a shame that it hasn't been exported more widely, because it's a really good beer country, I would say. But Tartu itself is quite interesting because it has the world's tallest brewery, which I'm sure it was 10.8 meters. It stood at, and it's called Pysilukehelder, and it's actually under a hill. It's dug into the side of a hill. It's a former gunpowder store, and it's just been converted into a sort of German-style brewery. But definitely, if you go to Tartu, take a look at this. But it's under the hill that has the Tartu Observatory on it, and that observatory is particularly famous because the theory of white dwarf stars morphing into red giants over millions and millions of years. Ernst Upick derived that theory using that observatory. So definitely take a look at Tartu. It's a beautiful little town. Definitely take a look at it. It has some really interesting history. But anyway, getting back to the beer itself. Now, this beer was first introduced to the UK market in 2006. It was originally introduced in sort of upmarket restaurants. It was never really intended for kind of takeaway sales and things like that. But it became available in the US and Canada in 2009 and 2010 respectively. And as of 2012, it's exported as far as the Middle East and South America. There's several countries you can get this beer in just now. But I just like to have a little look at the bottle. This is a really interesting bottle, actually. You can see it's a kind of octagonal-based pyramid. And the idea behind this bottle's been trademarked by the Baltic Beer Company. The idea behind it is that it's supposed to represent the medieval towers that you'll find in Old Town Tallinn and Tartu. I'm not sure if you get them in Parma as well, but you find them all over the country, essentially, in Estonia. But as you can see, it's a really interesting bottle design. There's not much to the label. It's a very kind of simple label, but as you can see, it's a very, very unique bottle, which is always interesting to see. Here is the bottle cap for those of you interested in that. It's a fairly unspectacular one. It's just Viru, a little bit of premium Estonian beer, a little bit of writing on it. But let's get this guy out and have a look at him. As you can see, it's a very kind of pale straw colour. This one is a 5% European pale lager. From what I understand, you can see it's got a nice little bit of head in there. It's actually got quite a lot of bubbles in there, as you can see. It's very kind of bubbled up. The head seems to have a fair bit of retention. A lot of the bubbles in there are actually very, very small, which is maybe why it has a little bit more retention. Let's just get a little feel of the aroma. It's very, very sweet on the nose. There's a bit of light maltiness in it, but there's some kind of corny aromas as well. It's mainly the kind of fruit and the grain you can smell, I would say. Malt. The malt in it kind of takes a bit of a back seat, if you like. So you can see the head's kind of fading on this now. Let's just give it a little taste. It's very nice, actually. This is a very light. It's very light, actually, but it's typical. It's typical of Estonian beer. You do get that kind of grainy and corny taste to it. It has the malt, you can taste the malt in it more than you can smell it. It's very, the malts are very sweet, it's very kind of citrusy, it's a really, really smooth one. I would say this is more medium bodied than light bodied. The aftertaste is very mild. It's kind of more a corny taste. It's a very typical. It's a very typical Estonian beer. This one, if you get the chance to try it, I would say to go for it because in a way, after being to Estonia and trying all the different Sakus and Alakok beers, this one is quite good because it gives you a typical representation of the country's beer, which I would say has a kind of very grainy and corny, syrupy taste to it. It's quite fizzy on the tongue, but it goes down very smoothly. It's medium bodied in the taste, but it's a very, very drinkable beer, very refreshing. I would say that the finish is quite dry, but it's really nice. Like I say, it's a very, very refreshing beer. It's ideal for sitting in Tallinn Old Town outside and just kind of enjoying your day essentially. I would highly recommend this beer. I really like this one myself because, like I say, it gives you a typical representation of Estonian beer. To be fair, compared to the stuff you can actually get over there, this one is quite generic. There are some particularly good Saku and Alakok individual ones that you can get. Hopefully, I can get a hold of some of the bottles of those and review them for you and recommend one more specific. But in terms of finding a typical Estonian beer, this one is really good. Interestingly, this company as well, Viru, have also said that they're going to release a 6.8% strong bock and a 4.7% dark lager, and these were supposed to be here in early 2013. But I've not seen these yet. Hopefully, I can get a hold of them. Like I said, the hop, interestingly as well for this one, the hops are from Žatec, which is formerly of Austria but now in the Czech Republic, and they themselves produce a very nice beer that hopefully I can review for you as well. And it's blue. This one's also got Lithuanian hops in it as well, so perhaps the sort of corny taste isn't just exclusive to Estonia. But I've not tried some Lithuanian or some Latvian beers yet, but I do have some that I'll be reviewing shortly, so that's something to look out for as well. But thanks again for watching my videos, and I'll be back shortly with another beer review. Definitely give this one a try. Like the videos, comment on them, let me know your own experiences of the beer. Share them, do whatever you want, do whatever you would do with the YouTube video. But thanks again for watching, and I'll be back soon. Cheers.